Sorry, I was just clearing my throat. Okay. Thanks for dropping by. Okay, I think that Shinikian did post to me on Twitter about trying to visualize what I'm trying to clarify. So if you haven't checked out Shinikian's game, do follow him on Twitter. I think I can explain about what I was thinking about his game in a little bit, but for now we will code what we have first, because this is supposed to be me getting peer pressured. Alright. Okay, let's see where... Oh no, the mutant is on. I need to turn it off. Alright, let's see where we left off. I did a bit of coding offline. Well, I didn't really have time to code offline, to be honest. Hopefully you can play some games after this. Anyway, this is what we have. We have the Hello World here, which is kind of great, but it doesn't really accomplish much, right? So I shifted the code for game... for the debug into its own struct and function. Right now it doesn't have much. There's a few things to do for the debug. There's the visualization part, which I'm not going to care yet, which is to make the debug console actually look nice. The other one is to do a functionality. So basically, the debug function is going to do... well, it can do anything. So because it can do anything, of course, we need to make it be able to do anything, right? And when you talk about anything in C, C++, we are usually talking about void pointers. And that is usually considered very dangerous for a lot of people, but I don't really care because I trust that I know what I'm doing. Right. So basically, we want to have a bunch of contexts. So in order to do anything, typically in programming, you kind of split things into data and the function call itself. So let's say we have a debug console command, right? The debug console command is going to be the command that you can call. If you want to think about commands, there's a few things we can think about. For now, we can just say that there is the command string itself. We are just going to call it a key, right? The key to call the command. And then the command is going to have a key that we can use. I don't know whether we want to pass arguments yet. I think we can do that later. But for now, let's see if we can even like call a command, right? That does nothing. So that's the dumb way. So we have the context here. We also have the, what you call that? We have the context, and we also have the function pointer, right? So the function pointer is going to look like this. The syntax for function pointer is not great. Function pointer, fixing a void pointer. So we just call this context function pointer like this. And then we are going to have like, let's say 10 of these guys, right? So we just debug console command. Or we can even call it console command, right? Console commands. Let's say we have like 10 of them. Then we have to count them, right? Let's put this on top. I think it's a better habit to put this on top. Command count. And so we are just gonna add a command. So to add a command, we have to do it on initialization. So simulate adding command, which is basically DC commands, DC command count plus equals to, let's scroll this in a bit, equals to, okay, we need to do it this way. We need to grab the command count like this. Debug console. Command equals to this whole thing. Then command. What should we do? What should we try? Okay, let's try to do something terrible. I'm just going to declare a global variable here to see whether the thing can work. Let's say we have a global variable called static int u32 debug test. Right, and we're going to pass in debug test into console command. We can even throw lambdas in if you really want to go that far, I think. Because C++ lambdas are quite annoying to deal with. I'm not 100% sure if I want to support C++ lambdas. I think we can do like the simplest lambdas, right? Because it doesn't need to take in any context, because I'm passing in the context anyway. So for example, in here, I'm just going to pass in the context, which is equals to the address of debug test, right? Ideally, in order to do what we do here, which is to actually input the function to call back to, we have to, we typically have to declare a new function because C is such an ancient language. So C, so we can do something like a test command. It's in a void pointer. We don't really care for now. And it will pass, so the console command is going to pass the context that the command is holding into the test command. I can see a lot of ways this can be problematic, but I think it's going to work for now. I can see a lot of ways this can be problematic, but I don't know whether the problems will actually occur in the way I code. So we are just going to do this for now. Right, so in test command, we just say we know that the context we're going to pass in for test command is going to be U32 because I'm the one who actually initialized them, so we don't really need to care because I know what I'm doing. So you say U32, let's call it I equals to cast to U32 context dereferenced, right? It looks a bit messy. It looks a bit terrible. The syntax is not great. And then we say, oh no, we can't even do this, right? Because this will get a copy. So we need it to be like this. And then we say the reference of I plus equals 10, let's say. Right? Hopefully this will work, but before we even get this to work, we kind of have to call. So we're going to pass in test command here. This should compile. Yep, it compiles. Nice. Okay, so now we are going to need to call the function. So basically this is to write logic. So instead of, okay, so we need to do the typing part first. Okay, that's the next thing we need to do. So the typing part means that if I run this game and I type here, it's supposed to type whatever that is supposed to come out. So we probably need to do a update debug console. We have no idea what's going to go in here. Actually, we don't really need to call this yet. We are going to do it here before we turn it into a function, right? Where do we do it? Where do we do it? Where do we do it? We kind of do it before all this rendering stuff, right? We kind of do it here. Okay. I guess this can go into update. So update console code. So what we're going to do is DC is going to need to have a string. So instead of hello world here, instead of hello world here, it needs to be now a proper string that we can call. So for example, if I say, so basically this part here goes away, it comes here, and it's going to need to be stored here. Right, so input string equals to, okay, we just do this, and then we're going to say that there's going to be an error here. So test string is going to change to, is it called DC? Did I call it DC here? Yep, I call it DC here. So test string here is going to be DC arrow input string dot count. Test string, replace test string to DC input string. Okay, and it should work. We run, everything should be exactly the same. So now this thing is I extracted the code out for input string, and now this can be anything I want. I think it will actually, I think the hot reloading will actually change. So if I, while the game is running, I say goodbye world, I save, I compile, and I ask the game to hot reload. Oh, it crashes. Okay, that's expected. That's expected because the address has changed after I changed this literal, and it will crash the whole thing. So this is the limitations of this method, right? Because the memory has changed for the static variable. So instead, maybe we, I mean, we're not going to do this anyway. What we need to do is to look at the platform layer and string copy, kind of copy out the keyboard characters that we input on our keyboard, which is chars, this guy here, and copy it out to this guy here. This kind of Oh, I can't use string then, right? I have to use a string builder. I have to use a string builder. To use a string builder. Can I not use a string builder for now? Okay, so this is a bit annoying, but we have to do it at some point. We have to do it in order to cater for string. So the problem with my string class here is that this is a static string. It's not really a mutable string. But we can just hack up a you know, a string class. So we can do like console string, you know, then this will be kind of isolated. Console string is going to have, wow, is this thing going to be, oh no wait, is this thing going to be on a heap? Okay, it's going to be on a heap. That's great. So that means we can do whatever we want here. So it's gonna have like, let's say, how many characters do I have in a line? Yeah, 256. Okay, we have something like this, a buffer line and a count. And then we are going to have a console line. It's called input line. And this thing kind of needs to take in a string. Right? Then this will not compile, right? Count and E. Okay, I'm just going to call this... Hold on. How did my string class work? Yeah, I call it E. Yeah, we are just going to call it E, and if we need to change it to a string class, we will change it to a string class. Right? Input string is not a member. No, it's no longer input string. It's input line. Okay. Where else? Where else? Okay, we can't do this anymore. Let's call this push car, push U8. It's in a console line. For U32, char index equals 0. Char index less than input chars input char count plus char index. Push char, you see input line, input chars, char index, like this, question mark. Oh, push U8, sorry. And all it does is we can assert. I guess we need to clear also. Yeah, we kind of need. This is quite annoying. We kind of need a string builder, but it's okay. So assert line array count of line equals to array count of line dot e and count less than array count by e line e line count plus plus equals to c. Okay. Yeah, this will be address. Everything will compile. And we should be able to type things now. Oh, nice. Okay, so we can type things. Sweet. Can we even do spaces? Oh, wow, we do spaces. Oh, no. Okay. I crashed because backspaces went in. Backspaces went in? What? Why? Wait, backspaces went in? How can backspaces go in? Okay, hold on. So some characters are able to type. When I press backspace, backspace went in. So oh, backspace needs to be intercepted as a separate character. Yeah, we can do that. But we have to go to the platform layer to figure that out. I'm going to... Hold on, let me reference my old code for this. I think backspace would end up being a completely separate thing. Okay, hold on. VK... What's the command for... What's the command for backspace? Oh. Wait, there's no VK here. What the? Oh, WM? Is it WM? Okay, there we go. WM. Cha. Okay, so... Yeah, this part here... Need to do something special about backspace here. Hold on, let me reference the code that I used to have. What did I used to do here? win32.cxx. Oh my god, why is Nomad Plus taking so long to open? WM. Okay, so for certain characters, it's not gonna work, right? So if it's like VK return, that's interesting. Oh, I know. No, I'm wrong. I think it crashed because the... Okay, it crashed because of my font, not because of because it's an invalid character. It's an invalid character because I don't have the asset for backspace. So I just need to... make sure that when I get the glyph, if the glyph... Wait, do I push? Does it push? Okay, I need to open the debugger for this. Because I have no idea whether if it pushes the backspace character. I have no idea. Yo, Chinikian. Hey. Oh yeah, I was going to... Okay, since you are here, we might as well tell you... I just saw your tweet. So since you are here, we might as well explain to you what I was thinking. To be honest, I really didn't put that much thought into it, but let's just do it like this for now. So So the general idea that I suggested for jump, I don't know how to pronounce, to be honest. On hindsight, I was also going to say that even if you go with this idea, right, I don't know whether you want to do something crazy like that, because it only affects enemies from your game, if I'm not wrong. But the general idea is very simple. It's just, you know, your platformer game will have like areas, so there's like things running around, and they're like, you know, enemies running around, going back and forth, and then there'll be like these areas maybe that will slow down time. Basically, that's it. So the purple area here, things will slow down, right? And maybe there's a green area here where things will become fast. If you do it this way though, the game might become more undeterministic. That is what I was afraid of. That's the only problem. That's the biggest problem I see about the game. And I don't really know how you want to design your game, whether you want it to be more deterministic or less deterministic. So this is just the idea. So things that move inside the slow area will slow down. Maybe their velocity is halved when they move, and that's about it. Yeah, then I was thinking about level design, like how are you going to level design this? It's kind of really for enemies, I guess. Maybe can also affect the player. I don't really know how it affects the player, to be honest. Like, I guess it just affects time, right? So it's a time field, and it just affects time to a certain extent, on a very abstract point of view. Yeah, so that was the idea, because you were doing portals. It came out because you were doing portals, and portals are kind of like a mechanic that that changes position drastically. So I was thinking, well, you can take the derivative of it and try to have a mechanic that changes speed, maybe. But there will be a lot of loss of control in a sense, right? Because you are level designing based on a derivative stat, which is harder to visualize. Yeah. See how you want to do with it, right? Because in a sense, I think your game have portals already, and I'm still playing I'm still trying to clear all the levels on my new iPhone. So yeah. Anyway, we can type stuff now. Yeah. If there's one thing I really appreciate about your game, is that I can play it with one hand and I can play vertically. Hold on, I think my chat is at the wrong. Oops. Let me try to adjust chat. Chat should be behind this. Yeah. Elbow cough. What is that? Elbow cough? Is that Deb? Huh? Also, speaking of which, I don't know why my chat is smaller than it looks. Maybe I need to go and test again. Yeah, it's dabbing. Okay, now we can type stuff. Yay! Press enter and crash. Press enter and crash. It crashes because I think that... Okay, let's go back to the debugger. It crashes because... Oh my god, what am I... Why is there so many hello? Wait, who is outputting the hello? Holy crap. Wait, who is outputting the hello? No! Okay, never mind. Okay, this is the... This is so stupid. Like, there's a bunch of hellos here and I have no freaking idea where they came from. I have to search the whole project. Next time I think when I do debug log, I'm going to log the line also. I should log the line. But anyway, we type this, we press escape, and then we crash because there is no glyph for this, and that is fine. There's no glyph for this, but wait, what? So that means there's a character. So we should restrict certain characters from going in. I mean, yes, we should restrict certain characters from going in. So instead of checking glyph, we should be making sure that those characters don't go. Okay, I think that's a better plan. We don't let those characters go in. What characters we don't let allow? Well, I guess my console only cares about ASCII characters, so we just need. It's probably just going to be a giant if-else statement, right? Yeah, I think this is pretty straightforward. So when we push the U8, when we do things here, we kind of ignore okay, let's do this. Let's make it nice for the compiler. U8 C equals to this. Put C here. If C is greater than equal to so we can accept 32 until 126. I tell you, man, if there are students here, right, they're gonna say like, why are you hard coding stuff? I wouldn't really consider. I mean, this is kind of hard coding, but this is just a debug command that's only for developer use. Oh. Wait, did I do something wrong? Input chars. Everything is fine. Okay, and I press backspace and press enter. Nothing should happen. Oh no, what's wrong with those characters? I guess we can push U8. I don't think we assert here. Okay. I think we can just do this. This will be just line count equals 0. Okay, so when we type forever, it shouldn't crash. Yep, it doesn't crash. Okay, now we have to cater for backspace. What on earth is backspace? We have to cater for backspace. I think we don't cater for backspace today, but it's quite annoying to deal with that. I think we deal with enter. Do we detect enter? Why is the ASCII for enter? Is there a character for enter? Oh, but oh, but it's pretty annoying because we shouldn't use characters because it might not give back the correct character. I guess for backspace, what's the character for backspace? So definitely the character for enter goes in, but I don't know what are the... Okay, you know what? I think we need to start logging stuff. So I can't believe I don't have this function yet, but platform log debug log platform debug log. For now, let's take in what does debug log take in? Let's check. Okay, it needs to take in, like, ideally I want something like onchar format then ... right? Something like this. And then here we have a winlog pro. Oh, it's exactly the same thing. Wait, does it work? Can I just dump this whole function in? Can I? Like platform API debug log equals to win. What do I call it? Winlog proc. Does this work? If this works, I'm a really good programmer. Okay, let's try to call it on the game side. I'm just gonna say, let's test the logging system. Platform dot debug log initialized. Call this run. Run in my debugger. Oh, sorry, I type a bunch of things, but all you guys are seeing is the debugger because the debugger is still on. Does the word initialize appear in the output? Initialize. Oh, it works. Yay. Okay, great. Okay, we got debug log into the game layer. So this means that under game.h, we can now do exactly what we do here, which is game log. We're just going to do this. Let's just hammer it here. Instead of winlog, we're going to say x include x if define internal winlog change to game log. Instead of game log proc, this is what's the variable for platform? Oh, it's here. This is a terrible place to put things. It's supposed to be like here. This needs to be here, right? I mean, it needs to have platform. They can do this. This code looks terrible, but it's okay. Platform dot debug log. Okay, and here we instead of platform.debug log, we can just say this is game log. So whenever the game is on release mode, we don't call it at all, right? So you can just call game log here, and it will be the same thing, and it wouldn't crash. Nice. Whew. Okay, we cleared up a bunch of stuff, but we still need to go back to the debug console. Console input line. So backspace. So the question is, what is being output here? Right. I kind of want to see all the characters that are being output. Right. So something like this. Oh, actually, we can just do it like this, right? So let's turn on the debugger again. And we are going to check W. W is pressed. Okay, at the bottom, W is being pressed. Wait. There's only one W being pressed. Wait, I can't press multiple. Wait. Oh, because W actually. Oh, okay. Because hot reload is tied to W, so W has a issue there. There is some weird kerning problem with my S versus W. I wonder why. Okay, this way I can test. Oh, what's going on here? Which glyph is this? Okay, so one of the glyph is dead. Okay, never mind. We can debug the glyph some other time. Oh, it's the letter Z. Okay. Might be that my table lookout for the font is wrong, but it's okay. This means that we have a good way of testing it. Okay, if I press backspace, they give me a question mark. Okay. Wrong. Let's output the digit instead. So A. Sorry. A is 97. Oh wait. Caps. Oh wait, they do count caps. Okay, that's cool. Okay. So Windows actually cater the caps for me. Huh. Okay, whatever. This is debug, so I don't really care that much. Okay, so the question is, what is backspace? Backspace is what the hell is this? I don't get it. What? Am I... Wait, what? Am I doing something wrong? I'm so confused. So D is 100, right? Yeah, D is 100. S is 115. My Windows overslept. My favorite controller. Okay. But it doesn't really matter now. 97 is A. 97. 97. F. Why did it output the Why did it output the character before? I don't get it. Well, that's something I have to figure out. Okay. I guess we got typing out. I guess we need to get the return value. Oh yeah, I wanted to know what is the return value. Sorry. What is return? It's also rubbish number. Why is it rubbish number though? I don't get it. Space is 32. But enter is rubbish number. Why is it rubbish? It's the part that I'm more curious about. I have no idea actually. Like, why is this negative? There's another way to find out. I have no idea, but there are places to find out. So we're going to go to WM here. Okay, we're going to press enter. Okay, so message W param is 13. Okay, so it's actually 13. Is it the conversion? So it's actually 13. Huh. Wait, did I screw up? Did I actually... Oh no. I'm an idiot. Okay, wait, hold on. I know what went wrong. I'm an idiot. Okay, not enough coffee in the morning. Okay, it should be working now. Should give me 13 now. Okay, so 13 is carriage return. So I guess if it is carriage return, which is in Linux, oh, this is such a terrible hard code. But okay, backspace. What about backspace? Backspace is 8. Okay, backspace I think is uniformly 8. For now, we can just do this. If C equals to... Okay, hold on. Let me close the debugger. Right. If C is equals to backspace, which is hexadecimal... Yeah, let's just use 8, right? Backspace. Alright. We will actually need to pop U8. Okay, can. I think this is doable. Push. Clear. Pop. This is line count minus. If line count greater than 0, then you minus. Yeah. Ah. 16. What happened to this guy? Oh, is it because of this? Wait, why does this have no matching tokens found? Oh, because I didn't close this guy? Yeah, I didn't close this guy. Okay, there we go. Okay. Backspace is working. Enter is not working. Enter will will enter will... Okay, what will enter do? Enter is going to do a bunch of things. Okay, so if I press enter, which is if C equals to N or C equals to cache return I think for now we care about cache return. I scared that it will double execute. So for now we'll just look at cache return. And this is definitely not portable, so we better put a note here. Not very portable to other platforms. It's kind of cheating. So exec will take in this whole thing. So this is the console command, console. Debug console, sorry. This is a debug console. And what we are going to do is we are just going to loop through every single... Okay, for now, we are going to look through every single command, and that's the dumbest way to do things. We're going to look through every single command. And we are going to... We're going to look through every single command to look for the command. That's the dumbest way. And then we need to do the parsing of commands some other day, which we probably will need some nice string builder class. How did I do it in the last project? Oh man, I coded so much in the last one. This is when you appreciate all the code that you coded before from your previous project that actually works. Right? Yeah, the full confidence that it actually works. So hold on, let me look at the code that I had for platform. Where's my debugger? Game? Game commands. Oh no, wait. Wow, it's empty. I have a scratch. Okay, I have to figure out the scratch memory for my game as well, which is the temporary memory that can be reused by the entire state per frame. So it's like a frame arena, right? I have to initialize a frame arena. That's not very difficult. Yeah, that's not very difficult, but we need a frame arena in order to start doing like string split. To implement string split. Have I implemented string split? Oh, I don't have string split. I should implement string split. String split will give me an array of strings, which is not very difficult. Okay. We will do string split some other day. We will do string split around the same time as this, which is okay. So that we can have we can split it into the argument and the... Well, basically we are writing our own language at some point. It's just that it's like almost like a Discord bot level of splitting stuff, which is fine. It's not very difficult. Wrote a lot of Discord bots before. Okay, so when we call exec, we are going to try to execute the command, and we are going to do the dumb way for now. Then maybe offline I'll try to figure out. So I go through every single... So for U32, I equals to 0, I less than DC, commands. Wait, where is my debug console? Oh, it's here. You should go up. was like trying to reference it, couldn't find it. Command count plus I. You know what? Let's not use I. I recently I have this habit of not using I, because sometimes when I do nested for loop, I want there to be multiple I's and they kind of conflict. So nowadays I try to name things responsibly, like force myself to name things responsibly, because you never know when you need another for loop within the for loop, right? Command index equals 0. Command index. And so here we just then we have another for loop already. Do we store a string instead? So instead of this, right, we just say hello. Wait, how do I actually check? I mean, I can open the debugger and check. But there should be some kind of feedback, right? When I press that command. So we're going to have the input line, and we're going to have like a bunch of like info lines, right? And the amount of info lines will be like, it might be dynamic, but for now we'll just put 5. And we'll just do info line count. Actually, no, I think 5 is fine by that. Info lines. Yeah, I think this is fine. Okay, we will focus on this. For each command index, if match, is there a match for string? Yes. DC. Oh, we need a command, right? So command equals to DC commands plus command index. This command key, match the command key with the current string in. Will it be a perfect string? It will, right? Yeah, it will be a perfect string. Do I want to make it like calling functions? Like, do I want to do like open bracket, close bracket? Because the good thing about open bracket, close bracket, and the way we do it in normal programming is that spaces no longer become a problem. So we can actually pass like spaces. Oh, then it's going to be really complicated. Because once we start doing that, then open brackets become a problem. Becomes a character become passive. Maybe not. Maybe not. It'll be space separated for now, which is a lot easier. Or I can make it comma separated, which is a little bit more annoying to pass. Well, a little bit more annoying for people to type. And people being me. Okay, so exec will take in the input line. Input line dot DC input line dot E. Wait, input line is... Oh, it's not a string. It's not a string. means I can't really use this code. I mean, we can make it a string. I mean, the way to do it is like this. Hold on, let me think. Buffer equals this. String a string like this. A bunch of things will crash. Dot string. This wouldn't crash. This is fine. Line dot string dot count equals 0. This is really hacky. Hopefully we can use a string builder for this. Count equals this. String dot count is less than the line dot string dot line string dot e. This 105. All right. DC input line dot string dot count. Yeah, for now we'll do it like this. And if it matches, and then we are going to call the command. Success. And if we can't find it, then this fails. Nothing to call. Okay, the problem now is we have no idea, so let's put log success. Failed. All right. Whew. No errors. Open the debugger. Oh, buffer. It's not line string E, it's actually buffer. Wait, string? Oh, E is the okay. Hold on. I got an idea. Yeah, I think it's time we initialize this properly. Let me think. Buffer is not a member of string. Yep. You know what? Maybe it's really time to use the string builder. Wait, what is the difference between my string and string builder? It's just that there's a buffer, right? Yeah, there's a cap. There's a cap count, right? Okay, so the easy way to do this is we go to game. This can still be E. And then in console command, remove when done. Command line, input line equals to input line dot string dot e equals to, this is so hacky, but it's going to change in the future, a dot buffer, when I actually want to do a string buffer class. I guess the next stream we will actually do a string builder class just to make all this easier, because right now it's kind of a mess. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We do a string builder, a simple string builder class. We finish our string builder class. It's half done already. It's just not in the correct format that I want it to be. Buffer is not a member of string it. Oh, my bad. Buffer is not a member of string it. Input line is not a member of console command. Oh wait, it is not. TC. This should probably be here. Run. Okay, everything is still working fine. We press enter. Oh yeah, when we press enter, we want to clear. We want to clear and push the whole thing to the front, right? So at the minimum, we want to clear. So when we execute the command, we will clear. Now, whatever the case is, we will call clear DC input line right here. Cannot convert one to console. Wait, clear? Clear? Oh, we don't have clear here. Okay. Static void clear console line. Line dot string dot count equals 0. Oh, it's here. So dumb. C++Y. We press enter, it clears, and calls it the end of the day. So now we have to check whether the thing is being called in the first place. Okay, so when we run this in the debugger, we will say ASD, enter, and it should tell me that it has failed. Very sad. Yes, it has failed. Very good. So if I press hello, success, failed. Success one time, success is correct. I don't know why the debugger has some issues with flushing the commands, but the success means that we are doing it correctly, right? So instead of doing this now, we will now try to output the test command. Okay, so I'm going to adjust things a bit. So instead of outputting the characters, I'm now going to output the test, the variable that we're going to change, debug test. Okay, and here when we run, so everything is 0 now. If every time we call hello, if you see the log at the bottom left, this is the expected outcome, right? If you see the log at the bottom left, it should increase by 10. Okay, so I press hello, and it has failed. Okay, so the thing didn't work, but it has succeeded. Oh, that's because I didn't call it. Okay, so it matches the command key. I now have to actually call the command. So the reason why it didn't change is because I didn't actually call the command. And this is pretty straightforward. All we have to do is to say command, the pointer. It will take in the command context, and that's the end of it. Okay, we could make this return a boolean to tell the player whether it has succeeded or not, but honestly it doesn't really matter. I don't think I need to add that functionality. Right? So we do this, we run. Let me change it to hold on. Yeah, so instead of here, we actually need to call, which is what I'm doing right now. We call the command here, and hopefully this will work. Let me open the debugger again. So I call hello, and it has become 10. Hello become 20. Hello become 30. Hello become 40. Okay, very good. Okay, so I need to go for lunch. But all the code okay, the code is a complete mess now. But okay, I'm going to refactor the code one pass. So yeah, I'm going to refactor the code in one pass. And because right now the game code is a bit messy when dealing with the debug console, we probably will okay, the reason why we will refactor this is so that we will tie everything nicely together, so that whenever I want to deal with the debug console, it is easier to add or remove commands and so on and so forth. So let's do it one by one, right? So there is code, basically there's code on the left that needs to go in the left file, which is game.cpp, which is the main game, that needs to go to the right. So, and this is all working code already. Because it is all working code, I can confidently just shift them, right? I can now think of the correct function name to call for every block of code. And this is how people should be refactoring, right? Instead of just creating the function, like you see what I'm doing here with the update debug console. I create this update debug console, but to be honest, I have no idea what goes into here when I created this function. That's why it's empty, and that's why I started to write the usage code now. So now that I actually have the usage code, I can actually, transfer code from the usage code and pack them nice into functions. So one thing here is like initialize debug console. We probably should have, this means that we probably should have a init console function, maybe, right? Okay, the names doesn't really matter because it can always change as long as we keep it consistent. And here we'll just do, DC, this one can paste here, this one can paste here, and all I do now here is init console, this init console DC. Alright, and then here I can do add commands, add command. Add command will be this whole bunch of code here. And from here you can see exactly what adding command will require. It requires a debug console DC. Requires the function pointer, which is really annoying to declare. I'm not sure if I want to type def it, because if I type def it, it's going to be like console command or some weird thing like that. But for now, context will be here, and the func will be here. Void. Right. Okay, and this will not work because here we can just call add command DC debug test command, and this will be just context and func, right? Okay, compose well, make sure that everything is running perfectly. Okay, everything is running perfectly. Okay, so we can add commands. So now we can just add commands, right? Like if I do test command, okay, like this, I can do test command 2, which is going to reduce the number, which is going to be pretty scary because this is a U32, but whatever, you'll see what happens. So if you open the debugger, if I say hello, it will increase. Oh, hold on, I need to add another command, right? Oh, we need the key as well. Okay, yes, correct. We need a key. So key is going to be it's going to be a string 8 key, right? And this will be the key. Then here we need to take in the, and just put this here. In fact, we can just call this add sub, right? To represent adding and subtracting. This is at command 2. Run this. Open the debugger. Run. We call add. It's going to add to the number beautifully. And we call subtract. It's going to subtract the number beautifully. -10. I don't know. Wait, what? Wait, what? Why did it subtract to -30? I don't get it. Isn't this uh-oh. Huh? Are you not an unsigned int? How? Oh, because the printout. Huh? Okay, now I will figure this out some other day. This doesn't make sense, but it's okay. Learn new things every day. Nani? Okay. So this whole part is updating the console. So update console. I mean, we can just call update, but you know, this is just a matter of convention, right? Then we can call this away. Yeah, then now the push pop is going to be a problem. We're going to put it here. Yeah, to make it look nicer when I read code, I guess I'll put add debug command here. Init debug console. Yeah, so everything should have the word debug inside so that I know what's going on. Because who knows what I'm going to name my variables. At least the functions are going to be named correctly. And here we have to call update debug console dc. Yeah, so I have to do things like this. Oh, there's still errors here. Input is, oh yes, we need to grab input. Game input. And then here we'll now have an error, which we will pass input in. Run. Everything is working fine. Backspace is working fine. Enter is working fine. Okay. It's gonna be 1. I'm not very sure if I want to continue. So the next thing I want to do is to actually, like, you know, when you press enter, it's going to remember the command and like push it to the info lines, right? We can kind of code out, okay, you know what? Since we are here, we might as well code out the info line, right? So for U32, we count DC info lines. Less than array count info lines plus info line index. Console line info line equals to DC info lines plus info line index info line string info line dot becomes info line arrow. Info line is not a member of Debug Console. Oh right, because it's just this, right? Okay, so here we're gonna remove this. The thing we need to concentrate now is here. So draw background, draw input. Oh man, this code is going to look atrocious. It's gonna look atrocious because I am going to copy and paste this, and we are going to refactor this in the future. Like for now, okay, draw info text. Right, obviously we are going to refactor this in the future, but just to make sure everything works first, like we don't create a function for this yet because you never know what I'll actually need to change on. Instinctually, you know, you kind of want to assume that they are the same, but they might not be the same until you actually get the code out. So input. So this is for info line for U32 info line index equals to 0, info line count equals to less than array count, DC info lines plus info line count. So line equals to console info line equals to DC info lines plus info line index. Okay, and then instead of input line here, all the DC input line would then be DC info line. Oh wait, sorry. DC info line would just be info line. Okay, there's an error here. Info line dot string count. What's happening? Left of string must have a. Oh, okay, sorry. So info line dot becomes info line arrow. Oh, so annoying. Anyway. Oh yes, there's an issue now on the height of it, right? So whenever I call execute, right, for the debug command, it's not going to just clear, it's going to also, you know, copy everything to the top. Alright. But we're going to see whether the info lines are being called correctly first. Yeah, in order to do that, right, I think it is better that... I think it's actually better that we do this once we are done with the string builder, come to think of it. It's probably better to do it with the string builder. For now, I'm just going to comment out all this code and be happy that the console, the functionality of the console is going to be great, and that the next part would be to do a proper string builder. Like this guy needs to be cleaned up. and then we look at the visualization of the debug console. Probably that's the next step I need to do. Okay, I need to go have my lunch now. Later, I'm going to take a break and play Jump King. Jump King. Alright, see you. I also need to figure out why my chat is like that. Alright, see you. Bye bye.